What's up, world? It's your boy AP. This is AP's NBA Daily Picks. In this video, I'll be breaking down the Detroit Pistons versus the Atlanta Hawks. They're giving the Pistons plus 1.5, and the point total is 229.5. Now, this is what makes this game kind of hard to cap. You know what I'm saying? The injury report. We got Karis LeVert out. We got Arthur Thompson, game time decision. His props listed for him. Looks like he'll play. Tobias Harris, a game time decision. I haven't seen any props out for him. Cade Cunningham, a game time decision. I definitely see some props for him. And Jay Ivey out. For the Hawks, we got Zachariah Richard. He's a game time decision. I did see props for him. Kristaps Porzingis, game time decision. I do see some props for him. Onyeka Okongwu, a game time decision. I didn't see any props for him. And what I'm hearing is, I'm not 100% sure if this is true, but it's a sickness going around in the Atlanta Hawks locker room. I kind of want to use that for my cap, but I'm just going to use it as far as what I see props out. And of course, before game time, we can see those props being voided out. And any of these players that are game time decision have a possibility of not playing. The point spread here is interesting to me. I understand that the Detroit Pistons are on the second leg of a back-to-back, but they got a very convincing win last night versus the Pacers. They blew them out. Let's just see. I'm more interested to see the minutes that Jalen Duren played in that game. Going to the box score right quick. Jalen Duren had, let's see, Jalen Duren. He played 31 minutes. That's about what he played. He played 29 minutes. He had 31 points, 15 rebounds. Also, another interesting thing that I see in this box score is what Pascal Siakam did versus the Pistons last night. He had 29 points, 7 rebounds. So he's playing that same position as Jalen Johnson. And also what Benedict Mathurin did against the Pistons last night. He had 25 points. And that's a similar role to what Nickeil Alexander will be playing also. From the Pistons, I did notice that Dennis Jenkins had 26 points, but that's with Cade Cunningham being out. And Cade Cunningham didn't play that game. I think they strategically rested him because it's smoke in Atlanta. It's smoke. Cade Cunningham, he has a point to prove. He wants his name to be mentioned in those top 5 point guards in this era, and he's not. And one guy they constantly put above Cade Cunningham is Trae Young. Now, Trae Young is out in this game, but he will be at the game. I think Cade Cunningham want to show him what he would be doing to him if he was out there on the court. But let's move right into this. I think that's a very clever move by Bickerstaff to rest Cade Cunningham and then bring Arthur Thompson back, because they didn't need them against the Pacers. They showed that. They were heavily favored, but he knew they would need them playing against the Hawks because the Hawks been playing well. Matter of fact, both of these two teams have been playing well in their last few games. Getting to the last, let's see. We got the Pistons 5-0 last 5 games. 127-112 against the Pacers, 114-105 against the Sixers, beat the Bulls 124-113, beat the Wizards in overtime 137-135, and on the road they beat the Sixers 111-108. For the Hawks, very impressive. They went 4-0 on their road trip, their West Coast road trip. They beat the Clippers 105-102, beat the Kings 133-100, beat the Jazz 132-122, and beat the Suns 124-122. As far as strength of schedule, I would say it's about even. Maybe give a little bit more of an edge to the Hawks because they were on the road doing all this, while the Pistons were at home doing the majority of this. So it looks like both teams are scoring the ball well. Can't see in the last 5 games any teams that both of these two teams played against. But this was a difficult one to analyze right here. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna make it hard though. I'm gonna just call it how I see it, man. Look at the data and see how everything goes. Let me get to my game notes right here. So, and this is a revenge spot. The Pistons got them last time. So yeah, this is a matchup between the surging Detroit Pistons 12-2 and Atlanta Hawks 9-5. While the Pistons are on the second leg of back-to-back, the strategic rest given to superstar Cade Cunningham effectively nullifies the schedule disadvantage. Meanwhile, the Hawks return home from a successful West Coast road trip in a focused revenge spot, but their high-flying offense must now contend with the league's most stifling defense. Pistons playing some defense, like I said. The Pistons got some young athletic wing players, man. It caused havoc out there. Well, now they're bringing in Sir Thompson into that mix also. This is interesting. Pistons played last night, but Cade Cunningham was rested, ensuring he enters the game with fresh legs in this game right here. The blowout win against the Pacers allowed Jalen Duren, like I said, only 29 minutes, and other key players to manage their workload. The Pistons possess an elite defense, second in defensive rating, and rank among the best teams in the league in steals. They're second in steals, getting 10.2 steals per game. This would be a good weapon they'll use against the high-paced Hawks offense. Revenge and rest. The Hawks are playing at home and seeking instant revenge for last year's loss versus the Pistons. Combined with the rest advantage, this often results in superior performance. Historically, home teams off a loss from last time they played, they covered the spread 54.4% of the time. Now, we got the Trae Young factor. Without Trae Young, the Hawks have experienced a positive defensive correction, rising to fourth-ranked defensive rating by operating with high-pace point guard by committee approach, anchored by Dyson Daniels. So Dyson Daniels had the task of guarding Cade Cunningham. And kind of like, let's look at the West Coast fatigue. The Hawks are returning home from a successful West Coast road trip. While success might give them an uplifting mood, the fatigue adjustment can sometimes cause slow starts or inconsistent shooting in the first game back. So if you like the Pistons in the first quarter, that's a good angle to take. The first game of home and home training. Teams playing the first game of a two-game series. While this specific contest is a one-off for now, the general trend indicates that teams playing on the road in a one-day rest scenario against a team with multiple days of rest often struggle to cover. But here, both teams are in kind of a neutral rest spot because Cade Cunningham didn't play and Sir Thompson didn't. We're gonna focus on the personnel and the defensive matchups on this right here. Dang, man, I really don't want to fade the Pistons because they're playing so well, and they got a good squad over there. They're playing a great defense. They're on the road, second leg of back-to-back. And the Hawks is just, their injury report is just throwing me off. I really want to take the Hawks in this spot. They showed they played well on the road. They come back from that West Coast. Oh man, I lean. It's crazy. I lean both ways, but I want a Kongu playing and I want a Kongu healthy in this game. That's what's really kind of slowing me up. You say, man, why just a Kongu? It's that second unit. Let's go bench for bench. And that's what's going to be the factor in this game right here, bench for bench. But let's get into the props, kind of see how this match up, and see if I can get there with the Hawks. I just wish the Hawks had a clear injury report, man. Let's go look at Cade Cunningham. His points prop is at 25.5. His assists is at 9.5. Cunningham is averaging 27.5 points per game and 9.9 assists. He is the offense, and his rest ensures maximum usage and aggression. His style relies heavily on the pick and roll. So let's put our mind in JB Bickerstaff's mind. He rested Cade Cunningham for this game for some reason. Of course, we know we didn't need him against the Pacers, and it would have been a back-to-back game on the star player. But I think the Pistons want to send a message in this game right here. But on the other hand, the Hawks are not just going to let them come in their building, especially after the last time they played them. They gave the Hawks an L. I think they're going to be ready, but it just might be a bad spot as far as injuries for them right now. Let's see. Cunningham, now this is what's interesting to me. I think Cade Cunningham is trying to break Kobe Bryant record. Cunningham previously attempted 45 shots in the game against the Wizards. While he won't reach extreme volume, his high usage is guaranteed. Even though Atlanta's defensive point guard is solid, 10th best in guarding point guards, Cunningham would challenge this defense repeatedly, giving his fresh legs on a back-to-back. I like his over the 25.5 points. He's getting at least 20-plus field goal attempts a game, and he shoots he gets to the free throw line. He shoots 85.2% from the free throw. I would like to see his free throw percentage get up into the 90s, but 85 is a pretty good free throw. I like his assists over 10 assists. His season average is already near the line. He averages 9.9 assists per game. Cunningham's ability to collapse the defense with drives and feeds. He can get up to finishers like Jalen Duren. Hopefully players like Sir Thompson cut into the glass, and also Duncan Robinson maybe can knock down a couple of assists for him as well. But one key thing that I want to mention is I've been watching the Hawks play. Kristaps Porzingis, he makes it kind of difficult for people to score. He roams in that paint, and he can get some blocks and everything like that. But I'm kind of concerned about his status as far as how healthy is he. We know he's been suffering different kind of injuries, unknown illnesses. Looks like he's back and he's good this season, but we just got to watch for that also. Jalen Johnson, his points is at 20.5. Jalen Johnson has assumed the number one scoring and facilitating role for the Hawks without Trae Young. He's averaging 24 points, 12 rebounds, and 9.3 assists in a recent 5-game stretch. Johnson is highly likely to be guarded by Sir Thompson, the league's best-ranked small forward defender, by a defensive rating 107.2. Sir's defensive versatility and high motor will force Johnson into inefficient possessions and restrict his clean looks. So I don't want to fade Jalen Johnson, but I'm really not liking his points in this game. What I do like for Jalen Johnson is his rebounds. I like Jalen Johnson rebounds in this game. I think he'll be extra rebound, 8.5. I like him over his rebounds. Now Jalen Duren, man, come on. I mean, sometimes I hate betting with someone who has such a massive game the day before, but let's just hope he has a 2-game window. With these 2 games, he's on point. But his rebounds is at 12.5. I think he has a mismatch in the interior. His points is at 19.5. Duren is a physical interior anchor. He's averaging 12.8 points per game, 11.4 rebounds per game versus these Hawks in his career. But he's playing much better now. Atlanta ranks near the bottom of the league in opponent defensive rebounding. Duren's ability to crash the offensive glass, enhanced by the presence of Cunningham, forces defensive rotations. While he faces tough individual defenders like Porzingis, I do think that Jalen Duren can get over his points and over his rebounds. Another prop that I like is Sir Thompson over his PRA. I think he's out there. He does everything. A lean that I have is Kristaps Porzingis over his 17.5 points. It's just a lean. Porzingis benefits from the floor space and high pace, but faces the NBA's second-ranked defense. He has been relatively inconsistent in role performances, but he's playing at home today. His line is risky for his matchup, but if anybody got to score, somebody got to score the ball. I think Porzingis can score it. But I'm not going to go with Porzingis right there. I think it's a toss-up game. If you like Atlanta got the home court edge. They got the revenge motivation and the rest advantage. Detroit kind of counters that with a fresher superstar Cunningham and an elite defense. The Hawks trend strongly in this home revenge spot. They have a 50% ATS record in this spot right here. So it's a toss-up really, and I think they're gonna be focused after losing the last contest. So I expect for Duren and Cunningham to be ready for that. So just in this spot right here, man, only because Cunningham is rested. Because usually off a back-to-back home game, team rested, spreads is close, I'm going with the home team. And I do think Atlanta can cover the spread tonight. It's a 50-50 toss-up. But with the defense and with the dominance of Jalen Duren Cade Cunningham with a chip on his shoulder. He got an edge in this game. That's why they rested him. Sir Thompson coming back also. I think they can slow down Jalen Johnson with him. I don't think they have really an answer for Jalen Duren. And I don't think Dyson Daniels is a tough defender. He might can give Cade Cunningham fits, but he might mess around and get in foul trouble. As far as Nickeil Alexander, I think he's the X factor in this game. If he can step up and have a big game, I think the Hawks definitely win it. But even though they're on second leg of back-to-back, they're gonna give me a plus 1.5 points with a game that I feel like is 50-50. Give me the plus 1.5 with the Detroit Pistons. That's what I like in this game. I think the game total will go under. The previous game score was 140 to 132. It was an outlier. Both of these teams got their top 5 in defense. Detroit second, Atlanta fifth. And they got moderate pace. I think this game is going to be like a playoff style type of game, man. I like the under on this game right here. Again, Cade Cunningham points, Cade Cunningham assists, Jalen Duren points, Jalen Duren rebounds, Jalen Johnson rebounds, Sir Thompson PRA. It's kind of where I'm going with this game right here. Man, thank y'all for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Like always, health, wealth, and love to all. And you already know what time it is. It's bag season.